Hello again, grade 5. How are you doing? I hope you are all doing well. So, we will carry on with unit 10, and today we have the second lesson of this unit. You go to page 94 and 95, and today we will read a story. Again, we have Faye and Mark, the two friends. Let's read the story. Mark wasn't at school today. He was sick. Faye is telling him what happened. What happened at school today? Well, we talked about earthquakes. Mrs. Miles told us what to do when we are at school and there is an earthquake. Then we had an earthquake drill. Really? What did you do? Well, first she told us not to panic. Then she told us to move away from all the windows and bookcases. She gave us a list of instructions. I've got one for you. That sounds very interesting, Faye. I can't wait to read it too. Okay, get well soon, Mark. Thank you. I think I will be fine tomorrow. So, this is our story. Mark is ill, he did not go to school, and Faye is telling him what happened, and she's telling him that they had an earthquake drill. And she got a list of instructions for him. Let's read this list together. So the list is there in picture 3. Drop, cover, hold. So let's read the 8 instructions. First one, don't panic. Number 2, move away from all the windows and bookcases. Number 3, don't leave the classroom. Number 4, drop to your knees. Number 5, get under your desk quickly. 6, hold on to the legs of your desk. 7, don't shout. 8, wait for your teacher's instructions. So these are the 8 instructions that Mrs. Miles, the teacher, gave to her students. Now let's move to the grammar part, reporting negative comments. I need you to read with me these 2 sentences. Don't panic. She told us not to panic. So if you remember last time we learned how to report commands, but today we have different type of commands, which is the negative command, in which we have the word not. Do not panic. Okay, so we will learn how to report this sentence, all these negative commands. Let's read the situation. What happened at school today? Well, we had an earthquake drill. Our teacher told us not to panic. So your mother, for example, is asking you and you will tell her, our teacher told us not to panic. If you notice here in red, it is written not to panic. Told us not to panic. It is very important to write the verb told, then told whom, told us, and you write the verb, before the verb you write the word not, which is the negation, the negative form of this command. Let's read more examples of reported negative commands. This is the direct command. Don't worry, dear, said the teacher. How do we report this command? The teacher told me not to worry. The second example, don't panic, my dad said. Direct command. This is the direct command, so it is written between 2 inverted the quotation marks. And the reported command, my dad told me not to panic. The third example, don't run, said my mom. This is the direct command. And the reported command, my mom told me not to run. So this is the way we do all the examples, the same structure. Told me not to worry, told me not to panic, told me not to run, or told us, told them, told him, told her. So each time the pronoun changes according to the example. We will do more examples here in activity 2, but we will have to go back to the story. In picture 3, you have the list of instructions. If you remember, we read them now. The list of instructions from 1 to 8. Mrs. Miles, the teacher, gave 8 instructions. The first one was, don't panic. So how we will report this? Mrs. Miles told them not to panic. You will do the same for all the other commands. Number 2, if you see in picture 3, page 94, in the instructions, the list of instructions, number 2 is move away from windows and bookcases. So you have to report it. How we will report this? Mrs. Miles told them, or Mrs. Miles told the students. Notice here that them means the students. So Mrs. Miles told the students to move away from windows and bookcases. I need you to do the rest of instructions. You report them and you send me to check them. Okay? Here again, we have other instructions in activity 4. So let's read. Mrs. Miles also told the students what to do after an earthquake. Look and write. So you look and say and write. We have 6 instructions. Number 1, get up. Number 2, don't talk. Number 3, listen to me carefully. Number 4, get in line. Number 5, follow me outside. And the last one, don't run down the stairs. Let's try to do number 1. Mrs. Miles told them to get up. So as easy as that. This is a affirmative command, the one that we learned last time. If you remember, in this command we don't have the word not, so it's get up. Mrs. Miles told them to get up. Number 2, don't talk. Here we have a negative command. So Mrs. Miles told them not to talk. If you notice here, if it is an affirmative command, a normal command, you write to and then the verb. If it is a negative command, you write not to. Mrs. Miles told them not to talk. Not to, then the verb. If it is an affirmative command, if we don't have the word not, we just write the word to and then the verb. Mrs. Miles told them to get up. Okay, do the rest of examples and I will be here to check them. Okay, thank you.